What's up, guys? What's up? I told you I was going to do a lawn care horror story for you today. So let's get right into it, man. This was a good one. So several years back, I was involved in this thing called the Wolf Pack. I know you guys who've been around for a long time can remember it. So I had this gentleman send me a message. He was messaging, watching the videos. We ended up talking on the phone. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet for you. I'm off today because I worked 8 straight days and I am caught up and I'm taking a day off. I can always work every day of the week, but I'm taking the day off. So this gentleman says, hey man, I want to come meet you, hang out. So I'm in the garage here. He comes in, him and his wife come in, and I have a door that leads to my mud room. If you have to, you got to walk all the way around the house there to the front to go through the front door. Now that's going to be important later in the story because this is what started the whole bunch of crap. So I tell him, I said, hey man, for the video, let's just act like you just kind of showed up out of nowhere, blah, 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 blah. As a joke, okay? As a joke. I think you guys can understand how that would work. At least those who have any sense would. So we end up spending a couple hours together. He wanted to take us out to dinner. We went out to dinner. When we get done, we walk up the front walk like anybody would, invite him in. We spent some time together, and they had to leave. So, you know, I'm talking to my buddy at that point, Nick, and I'm saying, hey, you know, I think this guy would be great for the group. Super nice guy. Just getting into lawn care, just learning. And so, you know, Nick's like, yeah, man, let me talk to him, get a feel for him, whatever. So anyway, one day I get a phone call from the guy. And he said, hey, I need you to stop by Buckeye Power Cells. There's something over there you need to pick up. Bro, this was incredible. This guy bought me a brand new, let me see if I can remember, the Echo 8010T model backpack blower. I thanked him. I did videos on it. Thanked him so much. Well, we were going to go to the GIE as a group, and somehow Nick worked it out that the hotel, we could only get 3 rooms and we couldn't get a 4th. So this gentleman was going to have to get his own room. Now we were all paying, you know, Nick back, obviously, but he could only book 3, and then we would have to get another room. And this guy got really upset about that. Felt like he wasn't part of the group and this and that. And I kept telling him, I'm like, look, man, it's not that big of a deal. Hold on just a second, guys. I got a fellow wanting to talk to me. Okay, that's a guy down the street that has me sharpen his blades every once in a while on his X marks. Anyway, you know, this gentleman gets really, really upset. And I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it personally, okay? So you getting upset with me has nothing to do with anything. And the next thing you know, I guess him and Nick talked, and Nick's like, you know what? I don't need that crap. He's getting out of hand over just a hotel room. So I talked to the guy a couple more times over the next month or so. Then all of a sudden, he stops talking to me. Just boom, done. Quits talking to me. Doesn't call me, doesn't watch the videos. Well, next thing I know, and this is where I'm so confused, okay? This is where I'm confused. I get this through the grapevine that he says that I wouldn't allow him to come through my front door when he was here because I didn't want anybody to see him. And I'm like, this is nuts. Like, okay, so right here is where the video happened. Right there is the door to my house, okay? I'm just going to kind of open it and show you Miss Sarah's in there putting groceries away. Why would we walk from here out here down the sidewalk to the front door? Why? We're right there. So this is where it gets really crazy. So he goes on to tell people that I'm a racist because I didn't want him to be seen going through my front door when we are like literally 4 feet away from the door to get into my house. Not to mention, we go to dinner together at a restaurant in public, and then when we come back, they walk through the front door. So my thought is, if you have those initial feelings about me, okay, if you have that initial feeling about me, why would you buy me a $600 blower? And that was my rebuttal to it. I'm like, why did the guy buy me a blower if he thought that of me? 3 months before this. And just all of a sudden, because he had a beef with Nick, I'm a racist, and the next thing you know, he's telling everybody that. And then the backlash from it was everybody sending me nasty messages, calling my phone, doing all this. So the person that just gets to run their mouth about it gets to just wipe their hands of it. The person that gets to deal with it is Doc. Okay? I'm sick and tired of people playing this race card crap in the world. If you think that about somebody, detach yourself from that person. Don't even speak to them for the rest of your life. Don't go buying them equipment or gifts. Wonder why? Because he got to be on YouTube. He got to get his channel bigger. That's how it happens, guys. That's what goes on in this lawn care YouTube crap. When you have somewhat a successful channel. And at that time, my channel was rising. Okay, I could have been a big channel. But then you get people saying, well, man, that guy's this and that guy's that. And then there was, you know, I would do live streams. And of course, the guy that Terry talked about over at Lawn Stars on one of his videos that liked to put people up to things, he put many people up to believing, and this is how simple-minded people are. They would go around and say, if you go to his live stream and you don't super chat him, he won't say your name. Now, how ignorant do you have to be to believe that, number one? And then when you go into somebody's live stream and they say hi to you and mention your name, that should tell you right there, well, that's not true. All you got to do is go to the live stream and say hi. Now, were there people that came into my live stream that I didn't like, that I wouldn't speak to? Absolutely, because they had an affiliation with this clown. So I'm telling you guys, the stories I have that I'll give to you this year. I had a bozo I just had to block. He was coming off with being angry with people on Medicaid for some reason. What's wrong with people on Medicaid? Some people don't have $900 a month to pay on a health plan. That's insane. Some people aren't rich. I've paid into Medicaid for 50 years or 40 years. I'm sorry, maybe like 39 years. If I wanted to get Medicaid and use it, I would. Do I need to tell you guys? No. I don't understand people out here, man. They feel like that you owe them something because you do a video and you make a little bit of coin off of YouTube. Like you owe them something. None of us guys who do YouTube owe any of you one thing. Nothing. Except to do the videos. I don't even have to answer comments if I don't want to. I do it because I like most of you. But the people I don't like, they get blocked. Believe me. I unblocked everybody a year ago, and it didn't take 6 months before I had to reblock half of them because of their ignorant comments. So when people say, well, Doc, why would you want to quit YouTube? And then a guy came on and said, I don't believe you're quitting because if you were going to quit, you would just quit. Listen with your ears. I said this is helping us pay for our funeral expenses. Did I not say that just the other day to everybody? There's another problem with YouTube. Nobody listens. They turn the video on for 3 minutes and they turn it off and they think they know everything. I tell you, man, bunch of snowflake nobodies. And I don't care who gets mad, who calls me, who does what. It's what you are. When you don't take the time to get an informed opinion on somebody. If somebody told me a guy wouldn't say my name unless I super chatted him, I would go into that live stream and say hi to him. If he said hi to me, that would tell me right there they lied to me. Anyway, that's one of my lawn care horror stories. I got many more to share with you, man. Many more lawn care YouTube horror stories. You're either gonna hate them, or you're gonna like them, or you're gonna say I can't stand this guy, or you're gonna say I love this guy. Either way, it's no skin off my neck, man. I'm doing YouTube till the end of the year, and when it's over, it's over. So I love y'all that I love. I pray for everybody, even if I don't like you. And I hope you guys have a blessed day, because I'm going to have one. I'll see you. Peace.